What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fitness Oracle Daily Show. I am your host, John Katsavos, and today is Weekly Wednesday Challenge. And we're going to be talking about the one thing that I am truly grateful for and why I'm truly grateful for it. We're also going to talk about, or I'm also going to talk about, where I see myself going in the future because of it. So recently, I just came back from a very extended trip to a country that I thought that I was going to spend the rest of my life. Now, not in the future. Now, I did this last year, and I was very taken back by this country, by the food, by the people, by the lifestyle. I didn't go for too long. Last year, I was in Greece. I was recently in Greece, and I came back not too long ago, end of September. I was back in Florida last week of September. But last year, I was there for 2.5 weeks, so a very short period of time. And I think that may have swayed my decision as to where I wanted to live the rest of my life, push the Fitness Oracle, push VO Fitness online, push in-person VO Fitness products. And I thought, you know what? This is the perfect place for me. This is my home. So this year, I went there for a little bit longer. I went there for 6 weeks. Mind you, I spent 3 weeks in Toronto, back home, just to get some government paperwork done for here in the United States, which is all cleared up. Everything's good to go. We're going full blown. Now, when I first went to Greece this year, I had the same outlook, but I went with my folks. I went with an aunt of mine, and it was an interesting trip. It was an interesting trip because I went there with a specific mindset that I am not going to get back on that plane. I'm not coming back to Florida. I'm not coming back to Toronto. I'm going to stay right here in Greece. I'm not going to go. And what I saw shocked me to my core. I'm not saying that living in Greece is bad. I'm just saying that it's not right for me now. I will get into that part later. But for right now, what I saw was they're not ready to do any form of rat race there. When it comes to work, they have a very lax mentality to work. They don't really stress over too many things. Not too many things. Like, okay, everybody stresses over, making sure that the kids go to school, they have a good education, they have enough money so that they can just get by. But that's not good enough for me. I don't want to just get by. And that's all. I've always been like that. I want to push myself to see how far I can go. Even if it means knocking myself on my butt. I still want to push myself. I still want to move forward. I still want to go. I can't do it there. I spent 1 week in Athens by myself, and pretty much the entire city was shut down on a Sunday. Like, how can you do this? You shut down the city between certain hours during the day because you need a siesta. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Not to me. Here in North America, it doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that that lifestyle won't work for me. And I'm glad I saw it because now I know what Greece means to me. It's my heritage with which with which they have supplied the world with so much. It's my vacation spot. It has some of the most beautiful beaches in the entire world, has some of the most nicest people in the entire world. It has some of the most amazing food in the entire world. But the work ethic, I can't run a business the way I want to run a business. I simply can't. I simply can't. When it's just, when I'm go, 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 and everybody's like, go, let's take a little bit of a siesta, come back and we'll do it again. Why? What's the point? Just go, just keep going until you're supposed to be done, and then you can relax. Again, North American upbringing right here in me, trying to live in the European setting. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I think that is a good way of living because it gives a good balance, but I personally cannot do it. I would like to, but I cannot do it. When I get frustrated, when it's say 3 o'clock in the afternoon, trying to go buy something, a USB stick, for example, and it's closed because I can't, because they're siestaing. I have a problem with that. I need the USB stick so I can get some work done. Well, I can't do it. Or speakers for my laptop. I can't do it. Or food because it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it's past lunchtime and I didn't eat lunch yet. Well, no food. Problem. Which brings me to the next point. For the longest time, I had this fog over my eyes. And coming here to Florida, I wouldn't say that the fog was lifted, but the fog got thicker because I wanted it to be thicker. I didn't want to see what Florida has to offer. I knew Toronto. Toronto is I'm over Toronto. It's in my past, and I'm happy that it's in my past. I don't have a lot of good memories in Toronto, and I have some good memories, but not a lot. And I'm just happy I'm down here. But when that fog gets removed, it shows you the world that is. And when you see what the world is and how the world is around you, then you can make a proper decision of whether or not it is good for you or not. For me, to go to Greece, to spend the rest of my life there from in my mid 40s till my grave, and I still have at least 20 years worth of work in me, I can't do that there. I simply can't. If I was 20 years younger, I might have, but I probably wouldn't. But I might have. It's just the weirdest thing because 20 years ago, I wanted to move to Greece, but I didn't. I stayed in Toronto, not knowing the world around me because I had these blinders in front of my eyes and not being able to see the world around me for what it is. This year, the blinders were removed, the fog cleared up, and now I have made a decision that it's here in Florida where I'm going to be doing my work. And that's okay. That's okay. I mean, some people, I know a person, I know a lady, she's in Portugal, good friend of mine, and she loves it in Portugal. She can't, whenever she leaves, she's like, I can't wait to go back to Portugal. I'm like, that's amazing. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. And that's kind of my challenge for you, for you listening and watching, is can you find that one thing that you have put a fog around? Do you have the ability to remove the fog for a short period of time, a day, an hour, and just see what it really is around, what that thing really is? I'll be completely transparent with you. When I did that, my heart broke. I'm not kidding you. My heart broke to see 20-year-old guys that should be at work at 10 o'clock in the morning, sitting at a coffee shop for an hour. Like, why are you here and not at a job making some money? You're young. Now's the time for you to be making money. Where did you find this money to come to this coffee shop at 10 o'clock when this is your productivity time? My heart sank. I didn't ask them that. I just shook my head. I looked down. I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. So that's my challenge to you. If you are unhappy with where you are, let's start with the easy thing, with a job that you have. Okay. If you're unhappy with the job that you have, did you create a fog around it? How thick is that fog? And can you remove that fog? Because it happened to me also last year. This time, exactly this year. In 2 weeks, I would have left my job. In 2 weeks, I would have left my job last year. In 2 weeks from today, time of this recording, October 5th. 2 weeks from October 5th, I would leave my job. And I never looked back. But if you can remove that fog and see what the job really is, why are you unhappy at this work? Can you remove the fog and see it? What don't you like about it? Is it the people? Which people? Are they doing something? What are they doing? Is it the building? What about the building? What about the surroundings? What about this? What about that? Do you smell anything? When you go for lunch, do you go out for walks? What colors are you seeing? These are the things that when you remove the fog, you start to see all this stuff. And then other questions will start to come. Other questions will still come into your mind, like, okay, what makes me happy? Obviously, this job is not making me happy. So what makes me happy? What is that one thing that you can't wait to wake up to every single morning? That's a tough question. These are tough questions, I know, guys, but they're worthwhile questions. But for the challenge for this week, what I want you to do is just see if you can remove the fog around that one thing that is blinding you, and see it for what it truly is. For me, it was removing the fog around the idea of moving to Greece for good. I removed the fog. I was not happy with what I saw. I was not happy. I still am not happy. But it is what it is. And I just got to make the best that I can with what I have now. And it ain't too bad here in Florida, I'll tell you. Even with the hurricanes coming through, still not too bad. It's still pretty good here. Now, where am I going with this in the future? My plan. I'm going to be completely transparent with this. The plan is basically to build VO Fitness and the Fitness Oracle to a place where where it's hands off for the most part, and I can do this from anywhere in the world, and that anywhere in the world is going to be Greece. Greece is still in the picture, just not right now. In the future, hopefully in 10 years from now, I will be in Greece doing all this wonderful stuff from there. As much as I have my feelings about Greece, it's still home. And I'm not gonna give up that easy. So tomorrow is Throwback Thursdays, and we are going to go back into my past, and I'm going to talk about some of the happy times that I had when I was a kid growing up in Toronto, celebrating Thanksgiving, and what it means what it meant to me back then as a child of immigrant parents. It's an interesting, interesting story. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. As always, thank you guys all for watching this episode. I really, really, really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I really hope you took something out of it. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and share this video if you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble. If you're listening to this on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcast, Breaker, iHeartRadio, or whatever streaming service you're using, please give us a 5-star review and a positive review, as it will help us reach out to more people that are suffering from mental health issues. Before you go, I'd like to invite you to keep the conversation going by signing up for your free account at PodInBox. Over the years, we've discovered that in order to achieve greatness that we're destined for, we can't do it alone. In order to find your place back in this world, we've come across this amazing tool called PodInBox, where we can get together and discuss this topic even deeper. If you have any questions, you can always drop them in PodInBox, and I will be there to answer them. All you have to do is click on the link in the show notes and sign up for your free account and find out for yourself how powerful community really is. Until tomorrow, I'll see you guys. You guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.